Screen Tape Week. Next live.
This is ABC7 Los Angeles. Now, Phillip Palmer, Leslie Sykes, Garth Kemp, and Rob Fukasaki with Eyewitness News at 11.
Wind-blown flames threaten homes and char more than 800 acres of brush in northern Riverside County. Now, smoldering ash is all that's left in its wake. Good evening, I'm Phillip Palmer.
And I'm Leslie Sykes. Here's the latest at 11 o'clock. The brush fire is still burning at this hour, and earlier today, flames threatened houses and even a nearby nudist camp. The fire was first reported this afternoon in the Colton and Loma Linda areas. Let's go there live now, where Eyewitness News reporter Laura McLaughlin is standing by. Laura.
Well, Leslie, at this hour, Loma Linda firefighters, as you can see, are making their way back into the station tonight after being out on the front lines all day long. That's because the fire, which is still burning, has moved down the road to San Timoteo area. And at this moment, those firefighters have taken that over. At last check, it is right at 800 acres, but that is before it came dangerously close to the Olivedale nudist colony and several homes. How close was this fire to your front door?
Within 25 feet.
As the fast-moving brush fire made its way through the Ritchie Canyon area, Michael Cates and his family hooked up hose to a nearby water tank and started fighting back, despite warnings from firefighters to evacuate.
We thought it would pass us, but as the wind started to change and get a little more fierce, they swooped down upon us, and it kind of took us a little bit of surprise.
Within seconds, the fire surrounded the Cates property and endangered another home just down the hill. With no time to turn around, this battalion chief had to back down the road to get away from the flames.
It's getting hot as hell.
Within minutes, firefighters were able to direct the blaze away from not only the homes, but the Olivedale Ranch as well. They attribute the fast diversion to air attacks, hand crews, and the weather.
If there is such a thing as a good fire, this has been a good one because there has been no injuries, there has been no structures lost. So everything so far has gone the way we wanted it to.
When firefighters got the call around 1:15 Sunday afternoon, they say the fire had already burned 150 acres. But thanks to a crew of 300, they were able to have it 50% contained by early evening. They are now hoping to hold the fire at right around 800 acres.
Actually, the weather's been in our favor. It's been cooler than it normally is, and the winds should be dying down, and the humidity will go down, so I really don't look for any problems in this area.
Now, although firefighters are expecting full containment on this blaze in about 1 hour, we understand the command post will still be in place until 10 o'clock in the morning, just in case. Now, at last check, there have been no injuries and only 2 outbuildings lost to the blaze. Tonight, we're live in Loma Linda. Laura McLaughlin, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Phillip, back to you.
Laura, thanks very much. That is indeed good news. Well, the escaped convict who slipped out of Twin Towers jail more than 2 weeks ago has been caught. LAPD officers spotted Kevin Pullum just 2 miles away from the jail in the Skid Row area of downtown LA. Sheriff Lee Baca commended the officers who saw Pullum for finding the escapee.
Through their alertness and keen memories, they were able to suspect that this individual may be Mr. Pullum.
Already a third strike defendant, now Pullum is likely to face charges for escaping. He escaped by making a fake ID with a picture of Eddie Murphy from Dr. Dolittle 2. As a result of the escape, the Sheriff's Department is revising security at the jail.
A wild pursuit tonight. A woman decked out in shorts and a half shirt on the run from police on a Ninja motorcycle. This is where it all came to an end. Police chased the woman all over the San Fernando Valley. In the end, she circled the 1 block in Arleta several times, then pulled over and gave herself up. Quite a crowd came out onto the street to watch the whole thing. Officers say she was out on parole and wanted for assault.
The search continues tonight for the men who robbed and killed a retired school teacher. The body of 68-year-old Catherine Hinshaw Dawson was found in the bedroom of her Compton home by one of her daughters. Now sheriff's deputies are searching for 2 men who witnesses say Dawson led into her home. The men were seen leaving with a duffel bag. The suspects are described as African-American between 18 and 20 years old, wearing white shirts and dark pants. One man is said to be 6 feet tall with a lighter complexion and cornrow-style hair. The other suspect is said to be 5'10" with a darker complexion.
The search for Chandra Levy will resume this week. Tomorrow, crews will once again comb through a park near Levy's apartment. It's been nearly 3 months since her disappearance. Washington, D.C. police don't have any new leads.
The longer this goes without any clues at all, the more concerned we get as to whether or not we'll be able to find her at all.
Missing persons cases are difficult with no body and no crime scene, and Levy's case is more challenging than most.
She left
very minor footprints in this area. She did not have a bevy of friends. She did not have a strong and wide social circle. And it seems to be that her most significant relationship with anyone in this community was one that was clandestine.
But some law enforcement experts criticize Washington police for missing key opportunities early in the investigation. Experts say police didn't put enough pressure on Gary Condit in their first meetings with the congressman when they knew he concealed his affair with Levy. There is still no evidence tying Condit to Levy's disappearance.
For them not to press at that point on both the nature of the relationship and ask for a voluntary search of the apartment, I think was inexcusable.
I mean, when I moved in, if I'd been here, you know, when Chandra was here, yeah, I think there's just a feeling that they're just sort of grasping for straws right now.
I talked to a lot of people around the pool, and none of them had been interviewed either, so just kind of wondering what's going on.
More than 98% of missing persons cases are solved, but for that handful that involve foul play, the longer the delay, the lower the chance that missing person will be found alive. Phillip?
A rally for peace drew thousands of people in a show of support for Israel.
That they are not martyrs, but murderers.
As the violence continues in the Middle East, some 5,000 people gathered in front of the Jewish Federation. Representatives from 6 local Jewish organizations stood together, remembering those who have been killed and calling for peace.
It's extremely important that we let the world know that we will not be silent like we were during World War II. We have an emergency happening right now, and we have got to be proactive.
Governor Gray Davis and Mayor Jim Hahn were among the speakers at the rally. A group of Palestinian supporters also held a rally nearby to protest U.S. support of Israel. No problems were reported at the rallies and no arrests were made.
The G8 summit is over, but it's taken a deadly toll, and critics say the international gatherings are not worth it. The summit was marred by clashes between protesters and police. To bring the G8 to Genoa, Italy's government paid millions, and officials estimate the city suffered $15 million in damage. Despite the destruction, leaders say international meetings are essential.
I think it would be not just a mistake, but a very dangerous thing if the leaders of the developed and democratic world felt unable to come together and discuss issues that are of vital importance to our citizens.
Canada's Prime Minister says his country will try to lower the profile of next summer's summit, which will be held near Calgary. This home video shows the violence that pervaded the G8 summit. One Italian demonstrator was killed and nearly 300 others injured in clashes with Italian police. As a result of the violence, next year's meeting will be significantly scaled back.
Back here at home, California finally has a new state budget. Lawmakers passed the $101 billion budget earlier today in Sacramento, but it came more than 3 weeks after the constitutional deadline. The plan stalled over a quarter-cent sales tax hike. Governor Gray Davis has indicated he will sign the budget by Wednesday. Meantime, the state agency that buys power from millions of Californians says it probably won't have to hike electricity rates in the near future. There was some speculation rate hikes would be needed to cover the purchase of power and administrative costs.
Just ahead, an entire village on the edge as a volcano roars back to life.
Lava lights up the night sky as Europe's largest volcano gets ready to blow.
Then see how far humans will go to save an injured whale.
Then take a look. Like a scene out of Jaws, a giant shark is caught off the Southern California coast.
Hi, everybody. I'm Garth, Kemp, Eyewitness Weather. Well, we hit it right on the money today. That's your guys' cue to send money. Never going to happen. I knew it. Coming up, the weather in just a few. Stand by.
A mob boss interferes in the hunt for his daughter's killer on the next Profiler.
Tonight at 11:35, here on ABC7.
Only the best deserves to be showcased. And now your Chrysler dealer is showcasing our most award-winning lineup of vehicles ever during the Chrysler Showcase sales event. Now get financing as low as 0.9% or get 1.9 APR for up to $4,500 in savings. Or get a $1,000 cash allowance on select Sebrings. So hurry to the Chrysler Showcase sales event today. Then you can showcase an award winner right in your own driveway.
Buy or lease now at your California Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
This summer,
sometimes the world of the dead gets mixed up with the world of the living.
one movie will get your adrenaline pumping, your heart racing, and
do you want? They say this house is dead.
On the edge of your seat. On August 10th, you will believe in the existence of the others.
Where is my daughter? Are you mad? I am your daughter.
Rated PG-13 in theaters August 10th.
This Eyewitness Newscast is brought to you by Pacific Bell, a member of the SBC Global Network.
Access denied. But I need those graphs for the meeting.
Dude, just go to Plan B.
Plan B. What's Plan B? I don't know what Plan B is. Tell me. What is Plan B?
As you can see from Ms. Stinsmulen and Mr. Nemely, the last couple of years were well below estimates. But this year, we expect to grow enormously. Any questions?
Reliable remote access, so you won't need a Plan B. Pacific Bell Data. We're on it.
You never know what they're gonna ask. Monday on The View.
For the fourth straight day, Europe's largest active volcano is threatening a town on the island of Sicily. And despite a round-the-clock effort to stop the forces of nature, the area around Mount Etna is under a state of emergency. Europe's highest volcano has cracked open in 5 separate places. The lava flow has damaged ski lifts and forced restaurants to close. It is moving 10 feet an hour directly towards the Sicilian village of Nicolosi. Today, the people there went to church to pray.
We've got to pray to God, because it's only God who can stop this tragedy happening. We have our hearts in our throats.
The villagers say since the volcano erupted last week, they've not been able to sleep. The lava lights the night sky and the rumbling is too loud. Last night, earth movers cut trenches and built dirt barricades to try to divert the lava away from buildings and people. Today, a plane dropped water on the front edge of the flow, hoping to cool the lava and slow its progress. The last time Mount Etna erupted like this was in 1992. Then, the Italian military used controlled explosions to divert the lava and save the village of Zaffarana. Tonight, the lava has moved to within just a couple miles of Nicolosi. Fallen ash has covered the streets and forced the airport to close. Hundreds of tourists have flocked there to witness Etna's fury. Authorities now say that if the lava cannot be stopped, they will evacuate the 5,000 people who live there. So far, the only injury caused by Mount Etna's latest activity was to a hiker injured Wednesday after a sudden burst of lava. But according to a civil engineer, the evacuated resort, as well as 2 restaurants, will almost certainly be destroyed.
Here's another example of how people can come together to really make a difference. A whale needed to be rescued in Florida. That's when concerned beachgoers joined in with rescuers to lift a 975-pound injured whale from ocean waters. That's right, they lifted the whale to shore. Oceanography experts say the pygmy sperm whale hurt itself by brushing against a jagged reef. The whale is going to be just fine.
Up next, a story you'll want to wake your spouse up for.
Secrets. What's the one thing most spouses won't give up? That's just ahead.
Milton Berle celebrates a milestone with a little help from his famous friends.
Then see why the cat of the future is nothing to sneeze at. Stay with us.
Raging hormones, raging headaches. Monday at 4. We all get little headaches, but why are some women really suffering?
Misery. Total misery.
A new way to fight the pain and feel better. Monday on Eyewitness News at 4, here on ABC7.
Look forward.
No problem.
Cut that a little close.
Sorry.
Trash can, trash can.
This year,
Easy.
over 4 million learner's permits will be issued. So you'll be glad to know the Lexus ES300 has received the highest possible rating for front side impact protection.
Hey, son, how'd you do?
Dad, can I drive?
Starting at $32,090, it's a small price to pay. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Every day, Verizon Wireless connects millions of people nationwide. So who better to bring the country together this summer? Right now, get 3,200 total monthly airtime minutes for only $19.99 a month for the first 3 months. Plus, check out our selection of cool new phones. Be sure to stop by a Verizon Wireless Communications store or call 1-800-2-JOIN-IN. Verizon Wireless. Join in.
It's time for Mervin's Stock Up Sale. Low stock up now or forever hold your peace prices on those little necessities that always need replacing. Why, you could put down new shelf liner, then buy enough stuff to last a whole year. When socks get a little droopy, replace them. When the sheets get a little threadbare, replace them. When the kids get a little cranky, just... Oh, guess they can't help us there. Mervyn's stock-up sale. Undies, socks, towels at the best prices. Sale ends Saturday. Mervyn's. Big brands, small prices.
Up to $2,000 on a Dodge Ram or Dodge Dakota? Nice. Up to $5,200 in finance savings on a Ram? Oh, yeah.
Save big at the Team Dodge sales event.
Maybe the shark in the movie Jaws was real after all. Take a look at this catch off Dana Point. A fisherman caught a massive shark in the waters today. The Mako shark weighs 832 pounds. The shark was caught during a fundraiser fishing contest for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The prize shark measured 10 feet, 5 inches in length.
I don't know about that. I'm an animal fan, and the poor thing was probably just hanging out, doing what it does.
Hanging out, waiting to chomp on your leg.
Do you swim off Dana Point?
No,
I don't anymore.
No, the shark doesn't either anymore.
Oh man, well we've got some weather brewing out there.
Yeah, a little bit. We have actually a tropical storm happening. A couple of those happening off Mexico, and for us, a change in our weather. You guys, things are going to finally start to heat back up. It's been a relatively cool summer. We still continue below normal. Here we go. Outside in Southern California, show you what's going on. A shot of Glendale this evening. It was a beautiful day today. 79 right on the money. Today we hit, and it looks like tomorrow should pretty much be the same downtown Los Angeles right now. Everything pretty much clear, 64 degrees, some clouds up in Camarillo and towards Oxnard right now. That's about it. Everything else doing pretty nice. 78% humidity. Winds are calm. Pressure on the rise. Pretty soon we're going to get squeezed by high pressure. This one right here, high pressure out into the Central Pacific. That will move this trough of low pressure. Here are the two tropical storms. This is Eric. This is Dahlia, the stronger of the two. This is moving in the cold waters, 40 miles an hour. Not much. That's going to dissipate for it. But Dahlia right now is 229 miles southwest of Acapulco. Tropical storm warnings up throughout that. But for us, the state of California, things are pretty nice. This trough of low pressure is starting to move off to the east. That is just leaving a little bit of fog in the San Joaquin Valley and up towards the northern part of the state. But for us, not much in the form of marine layer either. Let me show you quickly what's happening. This is Dahlia. Look at this baby right here. 70-mile-an-hour winds. 75 will put it into a hurricane status. Starting to get some shape for it right there, but it is still off the coast of Acapulco, so plans to take you on vacation down there. Lots of rain on the eastern quadrant of that. All right, quadrant. Are you guys paying attention? Big word for me again. 59 tonight, Glendale. 60 Los Angeles. Brentwood checks in at 58 tonight. And 51 in Northridge. And then for tomorrow, we start to warm up. It should be around 90 in the valleys. And it should be beautiful in the mountains tomorrow as well. Take a look at the 5-day forecast. The latter part of the week, these high-pressure systems start to merge together. We get sandwiched between both of those, and we could possibly see some humidity come back and some thunderstorm activity happening. So it'll be a great week. Shout out to my peeps in Brentwood tonight.
All right.
I'm out of here. I'm off tomorrow, Peeps. I'm going fly fishing.
Brentwood. Thank you very much. Well, if you're watching this with your spouse, listen up. Chances are they're keeping a secret from you. Curt and Leslie, your secret keepers. Garth and I, we have no secrets.
That's right.
In fact, a new poll shows that 40% of married Americans admit to keeping a secret from their spouse. The good news, most of them have nothing to do with having an affair. Instead, the majority of secrets are about how much money they spend.
I can vouch for that one. That's true. That's true. Still ahead, Madonna, her music, and some crazy fans.
The Material Girl rocks the house in Philly. That's next.
I just want to say I'm in the 60th percentile on that one. In for Rob Fukuzaki tonight. Another American dominates both at the British Open and the Tour de France. And the Dodgers said they're interested in pitcher Pedro Stasio. Maybe not after that pitch.
Then we've got a Beverly Hills car dealership branching out. See how they're going after the gay, lesbian, transsexual, and bisexual market.
Maybe they'll see your blinker and let you go ahead. Maybe they're courteous, respectful drivers. And maybe elves will appear and carry your car across 3 lanes. The mid-size L-Series performance sedan. A powerful alternative to maybe.
Get 0.9% APR on a 2001 L300. May not be available in your area. Call for participating retailers.
You didn't even order. What happened?
I think it was something I ordered. It looked so good, but I think I got some
Bad long distance.
There's BLD in this?
See your bill? From home calling area only.
Well, I knew it.
It can happen. Here, Sprint PCS has real nationwide long distance included, so you can call to anywhere, from anywhere on their network with no long distance charges.
I feel so much better.
That's what they all say. Try the duck.
Real nationwide long distance from Sprint PCS.
I am so ready for fall. When do you think we'll start seeing the new fashions?
Oh, I wouldn't expect to see the new fall looks for at least a few more weeks.
Sarah, it's so great that we have you to keep us up on all the fashion news.
You want the real scoop on the new fall fashions? They're here and now on sale. Get the first looks of the season that you won't find anywhere else during the pre-season sale at Macy's.
Introducing Blue for Music from American Express.
This Eyewitness newscast brought to you in part by Chevrolet.
You do things your own way. You just do it better than anyone else. With a complete line of dependable models and configurations, Chevy Silverado is designed to help you get the job done. Like the 2001 half-ton Silverado Extended Cab, now with $2,500 cash back or 2.9 APR. See dealer for residency and other restrictions. So the next time you have a tough choice to make, choose Chevy Silverado with $2,500 cash back or 2.9 APR. Only from your Chevy dealer. So, what do you do?
Have a nice weekend, Garth. You know, Madonna kicked off her first U.S. tour in 8 years this weekend. The 42-year-old pop music icon rocked the First Union Center in Philadelphia last night. Her Drowned World Tour features songs from her recent 2 albums, Music and Ray of Light. Her fans were out in full force and dress.
How long did it take you to figure out what you were going to wear tonight?
About 2 seconds, because I just know I needed to dress fierce.
At home?
Madonna will perform at Staples Center on September 9th, 11th, 13th, and 14th.
What a show. All right, Curt Sandoval stepping in for Rob Fukuzaki. You've got some Dodgers for us.
Yeah, they're playing well. Season ended right now. They'd make the playoffs. I know it's only mid-July, but the Dodgers are playing with their mind on October. There's 63 games left. Probably too early to start talking playoffs, but not too early to suggest Jim Tracy Manager of the Year. Big Blues offense will miss the thin air up at Coors Field. Second inning, though, their defense suffered a little high-altitude sickness. Brett Butler just singled, but McKay Christensen, oh boy, he's never going to forget that one. The Little League error, and the ball rolls to the wall. Butler makes the full circle, a 3-base error, cut the Dodgers' lead to just a run at 5-4. But then in the 4th inning, the bats responded. Sean Green puts it up in the jet stream and carries out for a 2-run blast, his 25th of the year. Big Blues up 8-4 at this point. Now to the 9th. Dodgers clinging to a 1-run lead. A hit wins it for the Rocks. Jeff Shaw says, no worries. Game, set, match. Dodgers hold on to take it 9-8. Stay a game and a half behind division-leading Arizona. In the meantime, the Angels refuse to get lost in the Dodgers' shadow. They step into Baltimore today in search of their longest winning streak of the season. Game 1, Halos up a run in the 7th inning. Bases loaded. Scott Spezio, the man who plays in the band, singing the right tune right there, triples to the gap, clears the bases, and in the process, clinches the win. Angels down the O's 9-4. It's their 6th consecutive win. To the nightcap, the game remains scoreless into the 6th inning. Runner on second, and there's Adam Kennedy, who just came up with a 2-out single. Spezio, the guy in the band, the game-winning hero from Game 1, just scored. Halos are thinking 7 in a row. Baltimore ended that dream. Cal Ripken, as he's done so many times in his great career, finds the hole in the outfield. When he did, Jeff Conine races home. And as they say, all good things must come to an end. The O's snapped Anaheim's 6-game winning streak, as you can see, with a 5-1 win. Well, isn't it amazing how we define success? David Duval is one of the greatest golfers on the planet. Yet until today at the British Open, people put him in the same seat as the Buffalo Bills when it comes to winning the big one. Well, defending champion Tiger Woods left his A game in the States. This putt on the 7th, a microcosm of his weekend. So close, but yet so far. His worst finish in a major in 4 years. Ian Woosnam's run even worse. Second tee box, officials found 15 clubs in his bag. Oops. There's no crying in golf. You're only allowed 14, and it cost him a couple of strokes. David Duval didn't make any silly mistakes. His birdie on 6 gave him the outright lead there, and folks, he never looked back. He scorched the par 5s this week, totaling 10 under on those par 5s. Here on 11, just snuggles up to the pin. Another birdie to move to 10 under. Not even the consuming galleries, like the one on 18 there, rattled Duval. He exchanges the monkey on his back for his first claret jug and his first major, a 3-stroke win at the British, and he pockets $858,000. Well, friendship can only go so far on the NASCAR circuit. When victory lane sat within view at the New England 300 today, teammates became intense rivals. A tough day in the pits. Top right, Ricky Rudd just came in, and look at that. Wow, Michael Waltrip had just whacked the tire carrier. Fortunately, he's okay. The backstretch turned into bumper cars. Stacy Compton pushes Ron Hornaday on 2 wheels. That'll double your heart rate. And a good finish. Less than 3 to go. Dale Jarrett bumps his own teammate, Ricky Rudd, and with that, he took the lead. Jarrett snatches his 4th win. Mr. UPS hopes he can now deliver the points title as he is tied with Jeff Gordon. One track to the other. The kart series running of the Harris 500. Leader Max Pappas and teammate Kenny Brack touch wheels, sending Pappas into flames into the wall. He's from Miami. That's a little too much heat. Fortunately, he's okay. Final lap, Patrick Conpontier takes the lead on the inside, holds on for his first checkered flag and his first win. Well, 1 week from tonight, the Tour de France will officially end. Unofficially, it's already over. Unless someone steals Lance Armstrong's bike or he comes down with a flu bug, he can become just the 5th man ever to three-peat on tour. Today's 14th stage of beauty, one of the highest mountain stages, taking riders through the highest peaks of the Pyrenees. Lance stayed in the draft of his closest competitor, Jan Ullrich, never giving the German a chance to close the gap. In the end, Ullrich knows the tour is basically over, despite the fact they're going to spend another week in the saddle. He extends a congratulatory touch of the arm to Armstrong. The Texan finished 4th today, but he keeps the yellow jersey, representing a 5-minute lead. And finally tonight, a competition that is where they are 250 pounds or less.
I guess we're not doing the Bubba Olympics.
Bubba Olympics is dead. Good night, everyone.
Hold on to that one for later.
Interesting, though. Thank you, Kurt.
Well, just ahead, a made-to-order pet.
It's the cat that won't make you sneeze. That's coming up next.
Then see where the price of gas is so low, people are lining up around the block. Stay with us.
There are certain events that people are proud to be part of, and Camp Jeep is one of them. But the only way to get there is in a Tackle Anything Jeep vehicle. And now you can get into one during the Camp Jeep sales event. If you're currently ending any Ford Explorer or Daimler Chrysler lease, get $2,000 in lease cash toward a $269 a month lease on the powerful and refined 2-wheel drive Grand Cherokee. But hurry, because the only way to get out there is to get here first. At your Southern California Jeep dealer. Who else?
Fetch girl.
That is so not gonna happen.
What's eating you?
Fleas, that's what.
But I put flea control on you yesterday.
Yeah, not working.
But I...
Hello, ever hear of Advantage? It stops fleas from biting me in minutes. But I guess I'm not good enough for Advantage.
But I love you.
Well, you could try showing it. A trip to the vet would be nice. Until then, you can fetch your own ball.
Advantage. Don't give fleas a biting chance.
And don't get it all slobbery.
That roach thinks he's got it made, all nice and cozy in the kitchen, a few steps away from any dinner crumbs, a mere scamper into the pantry. Pity the bug whose homeowner calls 1-800-TERMINEX. Terminex has solutions to pest problems within 24 hours, backed by the best guarantee in the business. Yeah, this roach really doesn't have it so good. In fact, he's toast. For a free inspection, call 1-800-TERMINEX. No bugs, no hassles.
It's time for Mervyn's stock up sale. Low stock up now or forever hold your peace prices on the kind of stuff that always needs replacing. Mervyn's. Big brands, small prices.
Get your Volkswagen before someone else does, because right now, they're going fast.
When's your tax rebate check coming? Monday morning.
worth the wait in line?
Oh, you betcha. Any day of the week.
If the gas is cheap, they will come. Folks in Orange County flocked to the Costco in Irvine today. That Costco location is selling gas at $1.41 a gallon, the cheapest in Orange County. Some people waited in line nearly an hour to get some. You have to be a Costco member to get the cheap gas because the gas is purchased with the Costco card.
A new marketing concept has one car dealership catering to a very specific group. Beverly Hills Ford has just opened a sales department targeting people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transsexual.
We understand the concerns and needs of GLBT people because we are GLBT people ourselves. And it's going to be completely staffed by gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgendered salespeople.
The new department is an attempt to make members of the gay community feel more comfortable when buying a car.
The cat of tomorrow could be nothing to sneeze at. A biotech company in New York is working to create a genetically altered, allergy-free feline. It's estimated that 27 million Americans are allergic to cats. The company Transgenic Pets hopes to have the first allergy-free kitties in about 2 years. Critics call it just another case of science run amok.
Well, up next, happy birthday to a Hollywood legend.
93 years and still going strong. The Tinseltown tribute to Milton Berle just ahead.
Dinosaurs take a big bite out of the box office. We've got the numbers next.
Don't miss the celebration going on now at the Pantages Theater, The Lion King. Newsweek hails it as a landmark event in American entertainment. It's dazzling. It's fabulous. The Lion King is even better than promised. Great seats are now available for the legend that has captured the hearts of more than 7 million people worldwide. You must see it. Right now at the Pantages Theater, you can. Call Ticketmaster today for Disney's The Lion King.
You do things your own way. You just do it better than anyone else. With a complete line of dependable models and configurations, Chevy Silverado is designed to help you get the job done. Like the 2001 half-ton Silverado Extended Cab, now with $2,500 cash back or 2.9 APR. See dealer for residency and other restrictions. So the next time you have a tough choice to make, choose Chevy Silverado with $2,500 cash back